pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That being said, we'll move right into roll call. Eric Bordeaux.
Christy Wood.
Eunice Landry.
Dave Latra.
Matt Jazokis.
Jason Henry.
Heidi Dupert. Lauren Ferruccio.
Eliza Drille.
Ann Pierce.
Wyatt Varney.
Any public input? Chirp, chirp, chirp. One public input. They're public. This will be kind of a quick meeting. There is a boys' home game under the lights. It's also senior night, so trying to get people out to be able to enjoy that.
Awesome.
Okay, that being said, move on to agenda review.
Make a motion to approve the agenda as submitted.
Second.
Any added, deleted? Nope. All in favor?
Aye.
Then next is the approval of the September 17th public meeting minutes and September 17th non-public meeting minutes.
I make a motion to approve the September 17th, 2024 public and September 17th, 2024 non-public, with one amendment of the future meeting date being October 15th, 2024 at 6 p.m.
Second.
Any other corrections? All in favor? Aye.
I abstain.
I abstain.
2 abstentions. Okay, move on to reports. So first in our packet is a financial report. Does anybody have any questions, concerns, or Heidi, any questions, concerns?
I just have one general question. Should we look at the percentage that's remaining? We're kind of early in the year. Just wondering if there's some particular area that we should be concerned about?
Because of the encumbrances. Part of that is all of the CIP projects that we have completed. I will be bringing, asking to get reimbursed from the fund. So we have to front the money, which is
Okay.
like $120,000. I know that's a big part of it.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure that we weren't gonna
Yeah,
have some kind of freeze or something coming up, so.
I hope not. It's very early. The only other thing is I know the finance committee, we need to meet to go over the FY '26 budget. I don't know exactly who's on the finance committee. I was thinking the first week of November. I don't know if anybody else is okay with that. I was thinking like Monday and Tuesday night. Is that something?
I know we have a
Send an
meeting
email
on
out.
Wednesday that week, but other than that,
Alton's meeting on their budget on the 21st at 4 p.m.
I'm thinking in November.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'll send out an email. Okay.
Awesome.
That is the election night too.
All right.
Both the addition of an administrator and some of the other practices, proactive practices in place to support kids from a behavioral standpoint. So all good news around.
Do you have any feedback on the academics and sports and how that's going and how you're monitoring keeping
Like
up?
student athletes, are you talking about?
Yes, like we had improvised the handbook a little to reflect to make sure we.
Yeah, I spoke to James Christie about that, and he's had some conversations with kids who are student athletes. A handful of kids, which is not to be unexpected, who had to be on academic probation, but being that they're student athletes, it's a little extra incentive, and he's working with those kids. Again, have some kids he's working through, but by no account was the numbers higher than what we would expect in any other year. In fact, it seemed like pretty streamlined in that regard.
Good, that's what I was hoping.
We can bring some data for you in November with regards to that.
That'd be good.
Thanks for the data on the post-secondary plans.
Yeah, I was told that's usually shared with you all, so I wanted to just make sure I got it in there in a report.
Yeah, that's good.
Counseling department did a great job putting that together. I'd love to take the credit, but they did a lot of the legwork.
Thank you to the counseling department.
It's a great report, though.
Yep, agreed.
Any other questions of the principal? Seeing none, Wyatt, since you're here, your report.
I'll also make it quick. I won't read everything, but I'll just a couple of highlights. First of all, the boys soccer still on the roll, only one loss in their season. I have a feeling they're going to go out there tonight and play crazy good. Girls soccer still chugging along through, a couple wins here, a couple wins there.
They just lost tonight, 3-0.
Yeah, so I heard that on the way in. Girls volleyball picked up a couple of wins, which was good to see because they had a little bit of a rougher start to the season, but it's good to see that they're growing. The bass fishing team qualified for the state championship on Lake Winnisquam and then ended up placing 6th in the state, which everyone keeps saying is good, but in my opinion, I think it's middle of the road.
Toughest critic.
NHS just had a blood drive, which was pretty successful. Homecoming week was really good as long as the bulletin boards between the classes. NHS has a trick-or-treat night coming up, which is an annual event, so I'm sure most of you know about it. And then I just wanted to congratulate Student of the Month, Sean McEnany, and Staff of the Month, Tom Owens.
Awesome.
Any questions of our student rep? Seeing none, thank you. And if you want to scoot and go watch the game, by all means, go ahead.
I'll hang in here for a little bit longer.
All right. Next up for SAU office, technology report is in our packet. Any concerns with that? Curriculum assessment report, again, that is all in our packet. It was nicely put together. Does anybody have questions of Matt or any highlights that you need to?
Yeah, I'd like to highlight that we had 51 students participate in the PSAT NMSQT, which is the National Merit Scholar Qualifying Test. Last year we had 15 kids, so that's 51 juniors who took that test the other day. We should be getting the results back probably within a month's time, give or take. That special thanks to Katie Sauer, who coordinated all that through the school counseling department, and our school counselors who were proctoring that piece of it. So that was a highlight for me in terms of seeing that number of students participate in that. Literacy committee will be meeting next week for our first meeting at 3:30, and then we're in the process of creating our November 5th professional development day, and it's going to be focused on embedded honors.
Great.
Awesome. Questions? Okay, next up in the packet is the superintendent's report. You may have any questions. I did talk to him today a little bit. He's doing well. He's on the mend. He's recovering, walking a couple miles a day, so he's doing pretty well. All right, seeing none, moving on. Action items, request permission to conduct a research, Tom Stevens.
Make a motion to approve the request to conduct research by Tom Stevens.
Second.
Open for discussion, because I do have a concern on number 4, under
Questions?
purpose statement, is that if somebody answers this question, you can identify who they would be based on race because of what schools they might be in. So I had some concerns when I talked to Tim about it, that maybe that question might want to be considered being pulled. And he said he's going to talk to, or maybe you can talk to, see if that's something that we might want to pull, because you will be identifying with our limited ethnicity.
I can certainly talk to Tom about that.
Okay.
I just want to make sure I brought that to your attention. So, any thoughts, sir?
But other than that, I thought it was very thorough, yeah.
I did too.
Yeah, I didn't see any.
Yeah, and just on like questions 2 and 3, like there's no answer for like 0 or other. I mean, it's kind of a very narrowed, current year, or how many years have you played guitar? Well, if you haven't, what do you answer? Because there's no 0 there, so I don't know.
Yep.
Okay. I can certainly talk to him about that. There may be a reason behind it, but I
Okay.
can certainly ask him that.
And okay, is reading just that it's going to be, it's an identifier that I'm
Yeah.
just going to be concerned with.
And, if you're okay with this, I'll talk with him, and if it's not a question that needs to be in there, we can remove it, and if it's something that's there, we can.
Use it your discretion?
Yep.
Yeah. That sounds
Yeah,
good.
I
I like-
just interpreted on 2 and 3, if you've never done it, you wouldn't answer the question for me.
As long as you can leave that blank, I guess, and assume that that means you haven't, or you're just not answering the question. I don't know.
It might be just a good part of a conversation.
Yeah.
All right, any other concerns with it? Then all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
The K through 12, I'm gonna move that down to, non-public.
Yep.
Policies, first reading.
Make a motion to approve first reading of policy LDA.
Second?
So this is just a first reading.
That's on student teaching and internships.
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next, on to personnel.
Yes, it is. Make a motion to accept the retirement of Scott Hutchins.
Second?
With thank you and regret. but
Yep, thank you, and
All in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Yep.
I just had a quick question, what's up?
He's the PE teacher.
Okay, thank you.
No action needed on the remaining personnel, and we thank them for their service, coaching, and support staff for IT technicians and food service.
Awesome. Next up, public input.
Yep.
You're the one in public there, you guys are it. Okay. Do you know public input? What was public input? Future agenda items and follow-up? I'm sure the budgets, K-12 will be on there for next month. I think by next month, correct me if I'm wrong, Eric, I think we will need a buildings and ground by next month, right? Because we had something coming up for next month that we need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick a day, I think.
Yeah, we'll do Rick, we'll do Rick
before,
for.
yeah, we picked it to do
Yeah,
it
okay.
then, not this
And this
one.
one was just, yeah, we need, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, Carol had asked, I don't know if it was last meeting or the meeting prior, for an update on, like, how the delayed openings go, like how that time is being used, and I haven't heard anything from that, about that since. She asked for an update of like how that time is being utilized
Okay.
for like the 9 o'clock starts.
Yep. All right, we'll put that on the agenda, that'd be good.
Also, would we be doing our first approval of the budget, proposed budget?
Yeah, we might need a finance meeting prior also, so.
And a B and G? Finance different from B and G, or the same time, same night?
Possibly. She's scheduled for November.
Okay. Yep. They might need finance one that night too, maybe, so. Any other items we can think of? All right,
We'll get you some data on the student athletes, and how they're progressing.
great. Maybe we'd like to see the AD in here next meeting, to talk about how fall sports, well, went, at that point, right? Went, and just an update and those kinds of
Or
things.
close to the championship, one of the two.
Yep. Okay. Any other business?
Make a motion to,
Oh, I got one more
oh,
business.
one more? Oh.
From Lila, she happened to, oh man. Of course, now I had made the wrong thing. Hold on. She ran into Bob Cullison, if anybody remembers. Bob that was up here, was a superintendent. Came to a restaurant where she works. They live near Gettysburg now, near a farm, they're on a farm. They're enjoying retirement. He asked me to send his regards to everyone at BMHS.
Nice.
That was it. Get to work with him. He was a good guy. Okay.
Make a motion to go into non-public under RSA 91-A:3 II, A, and C.
Second.
Roll call vote.
Yes.
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 And Heidi and Matt, you both can stay.